Hello and welcome to the Amaka Bekeé Talk Show. On our new segment, of course, Art on its Lead. And with us today to share some professional tips on how to navigate the legal system in Ontario, Canada, and as well as some other areas or countries of the world, such as the US and Nigeria, is Counsel Ananaba, Bekeé Ananaba. Counsel, you're welcome on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Last time we talked a little bit about the criminal law system. And today I want us to talk about the family law. So are we ready? Steady?
Yeah, I am ready.
Go. So, Counsel Ananaba, thank you again. And what does family law entail?
Well, family law is a law that regulates the rights of spouses and dependents in regards to property, support, inheritance, prenuptial agreements, and other family matters. In Ontario, the family law is governed primarily by the Family Law Act of Ontario.
Yeah.
And then that is the act that deals with family law. Now, our Family Law Act is administered, or family law is administered by the courts. And then primarily, there are two courts in Ontario that administer family law.
Okay.
Depend on what family law issues you are talking about. Now, if you are looking for divorce, you have to take if you are looking for divorce,
yeah,
and property.
Okay.
So if your claim is for property and divorce,
yeah,
and other matters like child support, and every other matter in family law, as long as it has divorce or property, you have to go to the Superior Court.
Oh.
Yeah, but if there is no property involved in your claim and there is no divorce involved in your claim, you have to go to the Ontario Court of Justice.
Okay.
But once there is any issue about property includes houses, property includes money. Those are properties. Once there is a property involved, or divorce involved, you take your matter to the Superior Court.
Wow.
Right? So family law would also govern, like I said, marriage and common law relationships.
Oh, okay.
So briefly, everybody knows what a marriage is.
Yes.
But common law, when you cohabit with somebody for probably about 3 months, it becomes your common law.
Common law partner, yeah.
Yeah, common law partner. But there are differences in terms of, because, for example, if you are married, if you divorce or separate, if you have property, that property could be shared in half.
Yeah.
Subject to some exceptions.
Okay.
But in common law relationship, there is no kind of equalization that way. Whatever, if your relationship dissolves, whatever you bring to the table, you take.
You take. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that even better? I don't know. Depending on what's at stake, right?
Well, depending on what.
You come with your load, you leave with your load.
Yeah, depending on what you bring. Some people don't bring anything.
Nothing, right? They bring themselves.
So, so that's about it.
Yeah.
For family law, also this it could also involve cohabitation.
Oh,
These are aspects of common also family law.
okay.
Cohabitation, yeah, like like I have told you, the rights you have when you're married, and
Yeah.
then the rights you have or you don't have when you are not married and you live in common law.
Yeah.
So some couple would decide to write a marriage agreement
Oh,
or,
even though they are not married.
or sorry, a marriage contract
Okay.
before they get married.
Yeah.
Okay, so what they want to do in the contract is to lay out what happens
In terms of, yeah.
in case they separate
Yeah.
or they dissolve the marriage, what will
Yeah.
happen. So, but if you are in a common law relationship,
Yeah.
instead of writing a marriage contract, you can write a cohabitation agreement.
Wow.
Right. Also, that is also governed by the Family Law Act now. Issues like spousal support, child
Yeah.
support,
Hmm.
access, visitation, access what we call parenting time now,
Yeah.
custody, they call it now, decision making.
Yes.
All those are governed also by the Family Law Act. Now, one word of one important thing about, like, when you have children and you separate or you divorce,
Yeah.
there has to be one spouse who have to pay support to the other party
Yeah.
who has the children or who the
Yeah.
children
Primary
live with.
residence. Yeah.
Yes. Also, you pay support, child support,
Yes.
and this child support is calibrated. For example, there's what is called a child support guideline.
Yeah.
In Ontario, if you have 5 children, this is how, and you earn this much, this is how much you pay.
You pay. Yeah.
If you have 3 children and you earn this much, this is how much you pay.
Yeah.
Now, one word of caution is you can pay this child support. You pay for your biological children. You can
Yes.
also be asked to pay child support even when their children are not yours biologically.
Yes. Very,
Okay.
very important point to note.
Yeah. So now, assuming let's use you as an example. I don't know
Yeah.
if you permit me to use.
It's okay. Yeah, I could be a
Now,
point of reference.
now you go to live with your boyfriend who has children,
Yeah.
and you treat those children as your own children while living there.
Of course. Do you have a choice?
Yeah, you don't have. Yeah, most times you don't have a choice. First of
You
all,
don't have
for
a choice.
example, yeah, you can't go to buy McDonald's and you don't buy for them.
For them. Yeah.
Assuming you have your own child you brought, you don't go
Mm.
to buy McDonald's for her alone and you don't buy for the other one.
It
So,
doesn't work that way. Yeah.
so once you treat them as your own children,
Mm.
so if you separate from your boyfriend, eventually he may ask for child support for those children too from you.
Oh, wow.
Yes. As long as when you live there, you treated them as your own children,
It's
as you would treat them.
interesting.
Yeah. So that's why when people go into the relationship, they would also have to be very careful, especially
Yeah.
when children are involved.
Yeah, but
That
again, when children are involved, the sentiment is high. The what is it called? Due to the sentiments, surrounding children because they are people, it would be too would I call it sensitive or insensitive to try to spell out the terms ahead of time, right? Because, I mean, who would want to sit over such a conversation? Who want to sit over that discussion? Or, you know, we're bringing children into this and let's spell this out.
No,
One is moving in.
a word of, let me put in something there. Now, when you draft this marriage contract or cohabitation agreement, remind you, it does not involve children. So you can't include when we divorce, I'm gonna take the children. No, those things are not supposed to come in there.
Yeah, what if there are already children? What if there are children coming in from the get-go?
What do you mean by that?
Let's say each party has a child, or one party has children.
Yes. Well, you have to exclude them. You don't put anything about them there.
Oh my gosh, that's a trick, though.
No, you don't. You don't have to.
Wow, this is good information. Good information, guys.
That will probably be against public policy.
Absolutely.
When you want to say, okay.
The same. See the reason why I said children, very sensitive.
For example, if you, assuming you are a millionaire and you're making so much money and you want to include in the contract and say, when we separate, I am going to only pay, or I'm not going to pay child support for these children. It doesn't, no. So
that would be nice.
Yeah, these contracts do not permit you to talk about
to discuss children.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Counsel. What is the role of a lawyer in a family dispute?
The role of the lawyer is the same as in other matters. What they do is because the law is a very specialized area.
Yeah.
The way if you read a law, a particular law, as a layman or somebody who didn't study law, you may understand it different. Like a lawyer will understand.
Be able to, yeah.
So what you should understand is what is written in the book as a law is not even the whole law with regards to that particular issue.
Point to note.
So in the interpretation of that particular law you are reading, there are other things. That would factor into
that might factor in, might be factored in, and
in almost every case. But in terms of in family law, in certain some couple would decide to not engage counsel. Why they do that is what I don't know, because sometimes it may not cost you anything to engage a lawyer, because these things are the cost. Family law matters are matters that are covered by the legal aid.
Okay.
So you can always approach the legal aid if you don't have much income, and then ask for a certificate. So the role of a lawyer, if you are asking me, is simply to present your case in the family court the way it should be, because there are so many areas where, as an ordinary person, you don't know the procedure.
Excellent. And I totally agree. Don't assume that the way you work out the mathematics in your head, that's the way it would go. Always seek the counsel's advice, and not to say the counsel might also have other things that they need to know about the situation and how to approach it in court. So when must one seek legal counsel regarding a family matter?
Well, yeah, to be honest, at every time.
Okay.
At every time you should. Not
Okay.
that you must, but for the reasons I outlined earlier, there are so many things you don't know about the particular issue that you want to go into. Only a lawyer
Yeah.
can, because like I was saying, the difference between you and a lawyer is because the lawyer knows where to go get the law. You don't know where the law is. You don't know where to find the law. So at every time, a lawyer is very, very important in matrimonial matters.
Yeah.
Because there are so many areas in matrimonial matters, especially when you do go into very technical areas like division of property,
Yeah.
spousal support.
Yeah.
All these matters
Yeah.
are so technical that you require counsel to guide you properly.
True. I
Especially,
agree.
especially when the other party, the opposing party, has counsel.
Oh.
It will be foolhardy for you to go and then try to face off with a lawyer when you are not.
Yeah. I agree. So, are you aware in certain environments, as people, mostly divorcing parties, accuse slash blame lawyers when divorce processes get bitter? In other words, where they don't get what they anticipate to get out of the
I
dispute.
will, I will look at it differently. I will tell you that that thinking is not with respect to divorce alone.
Oh.
It is. I believe at every time when
Yeah.
your clients, when most of your clients, when they are not successful, they will blame their lawyer. Yeah, but
Tell
they
me
forget
about
that.
it.
Well, yeah, they forget that the lawyer is not a magician. The lawyer is as good as your
But
case.
well, the lawyer got paid. They paid you to deliver, and what they're anticipating,
Yeah,
their
well, yeah, they
expectation
pay
isn't
you
met.
to. Yeah, but that would be foolish of them because you're like I said, your lawyer is as good as your case.
Oh,
If you have a bad case, what
yeah.
is what is the lawyer gonna do?
Oh,
Yeah, so if you have a very bad case, your
yeah.
lawyer will help you.
Yeah.
If you are a client that will not follow a lawyer's advice,
Yeah.
you see that in many cases.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah.
You don't follow what your lawyer is advising you. You want to do.
Yeah.
We don't even know why you came to the lawyer if you can't listen to him. So, so
But the fact of the matter is, don't lawyers always run into this disagreement with their clients all the time?
well, no. There are very good clients.
Oh,
Hold
there are
on.
some good clients. Okay.
They are very good clients, but
Okay.
in most cases, like in some cases, like you pointed out, when
Yeah.
the matter goes back, you have to blame somebody.
Of
And
course.
the
You have to
lawyer
take
is
out your frustration somehow.
yeah, the lawyer is the nearest person to blame. Uh, but
He's the
like
unfortunate member of the party,
yeah, but
of the
like
disputed parties.
yeah,
Okay. So,
yeah, but like I said,
yeah,
if you have a bad case, you have
you
a
have a
bad case.
bad case. But
Right.
again, okay, I'm going to come to the bad case part. But what is the characteristics of a good client? Or
A
what are
good,
the characteristics of a good client?
a good client is a client that listens to the lawyer's instructions.
Okay.
And you always listen to the lawyer
Yeah.
because, first of all, you have to listen to the lawyer because the lawyer goes to court every day.
Oh, yes.
And when the judge is talking,
Yeah.
the lawyer knows what the judge is talking about.
Yeah.
So most judges will give you a hint of where this thing
is going
without being expressed about it.
True. Isn't that what they do? That's their job.
Yeah, so the lawyer will understand it, but we want to talk to you what you should do. But you are not listening. You don't want to listen.
No.
You want it to be your own.
You're not there to listen to the lawyer is there to listen to you.
That's right. The lawyer is there. The lawyer is there to listen.
You didn't pay the lawyer to listen to the lawyer, to have to listen to the lawyer. The lawyer should be listening.
So the clients, there are very many bad clients.
Yeah.
So when you don't listen to your lawyer's instruction, you're a bad client.
I want to believe that women are more of the bad clients category than men are.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that, but you know, what the problem with women is that they could be more emotional about
very emotional, emotional attachment to the case.
And then when emotions come into it, you can't.
We are women. We can't do without emotion.
Yeah, you can't be too reasonable about the whole thing. No. So, for example, I used to, when I used to practice law in Nigeria.
Yeah.
You go to court with a client.
Yeah.
After the court case, they will be surprised that you go to the other lawyer and you guys will be talking, right? and they are not happy about it.
At all, because you should be fighting. You shouldn't be saying hello.
And they are not happy about it at all. They would think you are selling out.
Yeah.
They would think you are selling out. You shouldn't. The way they relate to the person who brought them to court is the way they want you to relate to their
lawyer. Because consequently, that's the same way they relate to the lawyer of the person. Because the lawyer of the person is part of the problem.
Yes, they don't. So even when they see me as the lawyer on the other side, they will even want to keep if they are Well, that's,
oh my goodness. Well, that's the way women are naturally designed, right? We can't help ourselves sometimes. You have to go for the collar.
Like I said, if you have a good client, he will listen to you. And then, for example, if you put him in the witness box to testify, he makes your job easy for you. He makes your job. He's intelligent. He's very good. He listens to your when you are training him on how to talk and understand. He will tell you, do it the way you want him to do, and say things reasonably. That's how, like I said, your lawyer is as good as you are. As your case is. If you go to the witness box and then we'll be talking somehow that in making things difficult for him. So what do you expect him to do?
But how about when the lawyer and the client are not in sync? The lawyer probably didn't give enough time to meet with the client and prepare them, or most of the time, I would say most of the time. Sometimes the lawyer doesn't listen to the client. Like the client probably has this particular some particular areas that they find quite that they're so personal about, they're sentimental about, and the lawyer doesn't probably address it as conveniently as it would be for the party, for the client, and then they go to court. The client has the opportunity now to speak. You think they're not going to say, lay it out there the way they feel on the inside?
That's a different thing. That again, it still comes down to what I'm telling you, that the lawyer is as good as the client. If there are areas that the lawyer did not cover, and you're intelligent enough to want to cover it, the lawyer will help you do that. But if you want to do that and he tells you don't go there, you know that there is a reason why he doesn't want you to do. But you may be thinking you are doing the right thing, but
Yeah.
he knows the implications.
Oh, the implications. Yeah.
Putting that kind of testimony
Yeah.
out.
I think largely, or all in all, the lawyer should be quite convincing and trustworthy. Like they should give their clients much reasonable hope to believe that that they are, they can be trusted with that matter / counsel as much as the client wants, because it's not a good thing that your client takes you by surprise in court, sounds off like off the mic, from what the both of you might have previously agreed to, how to approach this matter, or what to say or not to say, what to include or not to include, I think the bulk of the responsibility is on the lawyer, because you're the lawyer, you're educated, you're experienced, you know how, this goes. So it's important that, or imperative that you prepare your, your clients ahead of time, so there won't be surprises.
Well, I don't know about surprises, but I can tell you that lawyers do a good job to try to prepare their clients, especially, but whether the clients will carry out that instruction or that preparation is a totally different thing. For example, because you need to be intelligent, because preparation is a different thing. But the actual thing is a different thing too. You may prepare your client as much as you can, but it is up to him to be intelligent, to go and stand there and then withstand a cross-examination by the other lawyer, because you cannot hire as the lawyer who will not tell you what the other lawyer is going to ask you.
Yeah.
I can do that.
And some lawyers, in fact, all lawyers, I think, quite aggressive.
No, yeah. So they are quite aggressive. They will nail you. They will do everything in order. Also, because that's the strategy.
Yes.
Okay. If a lawyer is cross-examining you, he wants to tell you or ask you things that would make you get annoyed. And then once you get annoyed, you lose your composure.
Yes.
So that's a strategy.
Guys, listen to that. Strategy number one. Lawyers would like to get you upset. That way, you lose your cool, and your case turns to their own benefits.
So once you're there, your lawyer cannot do anything to save you. The only thing he can do to save you is when he thinks the other lawyer is asking inappropriate questions. He can object.
Yeah. Wow. So quickly, though, even though this might not exactly be the reason why someone is hired as a lawyer, what may couples do to avoid heading to Splitsville?
No, like I said, I don't know, because
you must be a magician to know that.
Yeah, that is like I will always tell you, that would be in the area of Dr. Phil or
marriage counseling.
I don't think there's one formula.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that question.
Thank you. Fair enough.
Like you said, it's not a legal matter.
Yeah, fair enough. What is the most complex disputing item that one may find on a separation agreement?
In a separation agreement, remember, these agreements are negotiated.
Yes.
By the husband and wife.
Yeah.
So, and their lawyers.
Yes.
Okay. So, and whatever is put in the agreement, they have agreed to it.
Okay.
And nobody imposes anything on anybody.
On anybody, yeah.
In fact, that is why it is not right for you to come with your husband or your partner for me to represent you in negotiating agreement.
Okay.
You have to, the conventional wisdom is that you have to get another lawyer to represent you.
Yeah, while the other spouse gets a different lawyer.
So even if you come without a lawyer, after the agreement is negotiated, we will give you a copy of it and then ask you to go to a lawyer of your choice. And then get an independent legal opinion about it.
Oh.
Yeah. So you take the agreement, you go, then the lawyer will explain to you what it is, and then he will give you a certificate of independent legal opinion, which will say that you came to him, he explained to you, and you understand it.
You have understood, yes.
So that certificate will be part of the agreement.
Yes. That's interesting. And I mean, I think it makes the process seamless and yes, and it shortens also the time.
Yeah, nobody will come tomorrow and say, I didn't understand what they were saying.
Wow.
I didn't come with a lawyer. So that's
guys, see why you need a lawyer's guide? By the way, Anthony, what's your contact information?
Okay, my information,
probably your email.
Okay, my email is ananaba@gmx.com. I will spell it ANANABA @gmx.com. My office is at number 1885 Wilson Avenue in Toronto.
185 Wilson Avenue, Toronto.
1885.
1885 Wilson Avenue, Toronto, Ontario.
Yes.
And email address ananaba.
No, at GMX.
ananaba@gmx.com.
Yes.
And Ananaba is spelled ANABA. No, ANANABA.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. At gmx.com. Yes. Guys, take notes and try to contact him. Very, very helpful. Very helpful. So he leads you and guides you and you make less mistakes. Save time too. And the emotions. So what could it cost one to retain a legal representation in a family matter?
Sometimes nothing. I remember there's always the legal aid certificate. True. If you don't make too much money, you go to the legal aid, apply, and then they will give you a certificate, which you will take to the lawyer. So in that case, getting legal representation will not cost you anything. But if you make too much money, you're not going to qualify for legal aid. Yeah. Right. But bear in mind that some lawyers don't accept legal aid certificates.
Okay.
Because they will feel that the money that the government pays is not enough.
It's not enough for their time and their effort and their...
It's not enough. It's not enough though. So, but especially, but the younger lawyers accept it.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't cost you so much to get a legal representation because the legal aid is always there.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but for people who are making a lot of money, the legal aid will not be there for them. They have to pay from their pocket. Again, if you're paying from your pocket, it depends on the law firm which you approach. Some can take up to $300 an hour. Some can take up to $500. Some can take $700 an hour. So it depends on the law office that represents you.
Wow. So how long does a divorce process take in one sentence?
Again, it depends. Again, it depends. There are there are simple divorces.
Yeah.
Where nothing is at issue.
Yeah.
Okay, no property involved, no children involved. I will tell you that could take about 3 months.
Oh.
But remember that before you start a divorce matter, you have to be separated for 1 year.
Oh, great.
You have to
Point
be
to
apart.
note.
Yeah, you must be apart from your husband for at least 1 year.
1 year.
Before, yeah. So a simple divorce can take you about 3 months to complete.
Yeah.
But the thing that can complicate a divorce and make it longer is if there are children involved.
Yeah.
So now, if there are children involved, the court will not give you a divorce until the court has seen the arrangement both of you have
Yeah.
to take care of the children.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Counsel. We have run out of time. Thanks to our viewers. Please share our content across all your platforms and subscribe to our channel, comment, like, and hang around for Immigration and Civil next.
Thank you.
It's your amiable host once again, Amaka Bekeé. Shalom.